Turn the first page. Standard form looks like this. When you have x and y on the same side of the equal sign. So standard form, x and y on the same side. Okay, does anybody remember what we call the number in front of a variable? Correct, a coefficient. That's a coefficient. And a, remember a is representing a number, any number. A must be a whole number. No fractions, no decimals, a whole number. B and C must be an integer. Okay, so standard form, x and y are on the same side. We're used to seeing slope-intercept form with y being all by itself, and it looks like y equals. Now, transform each equation into slope-intercept form. So in other words, solve, I do that every time, solve for y. When we are in standard form and we're going to slope-intercept form, we solve for y. Okay. In solving for y, the first thing we need to do is to remove the x from the left side and move it to the right side. It's a negative x, so I have to add x to both sides. The x's cancel. I'm left with 4y equals, x and 12 are not like terms, so I keep them separate. Divide by 4 on both sides. Fours cancel. Okay, x over 4 is a fraction. That fraction is 1/4. X, negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. Okay, so I just took this equation from standard form and changed it into slope-intercept form. What is the slope in this equation?
1/4.
What is the y-intercept? Negative 3. Now the reason we do this, if I covered this up, could you see what the slope was from this one?
Yes.
Where's the fraction?
Oh,
No.
no.
So it's hard to see the slope or the y-intercept in standard form. This is why we change it to slope-intercept form. Now we know what the slope and y-intercept is. Okay, let's try the second example. I need to solve for y, so subtract 3x on both sides. Three x minus 3x is gone. I get y equals, these are not like terms, keep them separate. I have a negative 1y. To remove the negative, I must divide everything by negative 1. Negative divided by negative, positive. Negative divided by the negative is a positive. Negative divided by the negative is a positive. So what is the slope here? 3. And the y-intercept? 10. Again, from here, that's very hard to see. But if you solve for y, now it's very simple. Turn the page. Okay, practicing writing equations again. So whenever you have a graph, there's two things we need to write an equation: a slope and a y-intercept. So what is the slope of this one? We're going to count from dot to dot. So I have a rise of 2, and I'm going left 3 spaces. So that's negative 3. Remember, slope is delta y, delta x. So my change in y is 2 over negative 3. So my slope is 2 over negative 3. Yeah. Okay, what is the y-intercept?
-1.
Negative 1. That's this right here. Negative 1. So now I can write the equation. Y equals negative 2 over 3x minus 1. Okay, part B. Same thing, make a slope triangle. Rise of 1, run of, I think that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So my slope, m equals 1 over 5. B equals,
3.
so my equation, over 5x plus 3. Okay, turn to the next page. Okay, now I have to graph this equation. And how, like, I don't know what to do, but I can solve for y and get it in a slope-intercept form. So solve for y. Subtract 3x on both sides. I get negative 6y equals 3x plus 18. I need to get y by itself, so I divide each term by negative 6. Negative 6 over negative 6 cancels. Y equals, this reduces to a positive number, 1/2. 3 over 6 is 1/2 x. 18 divided by negative, negative 3. Now I can graph this line. Starting at negative 3, rise of 1, run of 2. Up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. And I can graph my line. Okay, part B. Solve for y, so I subtract x. Okay, these are not like terms, they cannot be combined. The reason why is that they don't have the same variable to the same power. One has a variable, one does not. So they just remain separate. Divide by 4 on both sides, or to each term. Y equals, this becomes a fraction, negative 1/4 x. 12 divided by 4 is plus 3. So I start at a positive 3, down 1 because it's negative, right 4. Now I can draw my line.